All right, we're making another YouTube video. What do you want to title it? What are you gonna make it? Coaching a 10-year-old, part 3 or something.
Coaching a 10-year-old, like part 3, 2, 4.
Part 3, 2, 4.
Part 3.
Nobody would even click on that. It's perfect. Yeah, dude. So my hope is that, and I'll repeat that. My hope is like when you are growing older in life and you go through a bunch of stuff, like 6 or 8 years later, when you inevitably get lost and something happens, you're like, man, I remember those like deep talks I had with that guy. And we're going that way. Okay, cool. And then you kind of like fall back on some of the deeper talks, like the wisdom and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my hope. Let me switch hands of coffee. Okay, so what were we talking about before we I know grabbing coffee? What's up? What was it?
Basically life stuff. Like if I had $1 billion, what would I do with it?
Okay. Oh yeah, we're talking about $1 billion.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about like what matters most.
Do we need to start filming most of our talks?
No, just occasionally I just think it's funny. Because I mean, like it's like deep. Because I mean, I think it's gonna set you up on the right path.
If I spilled my coffee.
So that way you don't, fall down some inevitable
bad
paths like other people, like focusing on the wrong things, and it's like you can gather speed and momentum, right? And speed is one of the most important things. But if there's already been systems and processes proven so you can like get everything you want in life a little bit faster, why would you not? Left. Why would you not already just use those mental processes and systems that have already been created? Somebody's already built, made the wheel and it's round. Does that make sense at all? Or did I just go on a rant tangent there? Kind of. I appreciate the honesty. So, okay.
I get it and I don't get it at the same time.
If there's, we'll figure it out when we start talking. So, okay. Because I'm just trying to get you to like attack the right things.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I totally appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, you're a good kid and you got like a lot of potential.
Who's your drinking coffees? That's what you gotta do.
Now you're gonna get me in trouble.
Drink your coffee.
You probably shouldn't be drinking coffee too, like 16 or 18, But I mean, I did plenty of dumb stuff when I was your age, so I mean, it doesn't really. But it's not super healthy. Have coffee. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't drink coffee that much.
So we're the only reason I'm like helping you out is because you're a good person. I know you got a lot of potential. Otherwise, if you were a total loser, I wouldn't be doing this.
Hey, I'm gonna be famous anyway on YouTube.
So all right, so we're just talking about like the big emotional drivers. So we were talking about you saying like, God, what were we talking about? Like, so happiness, and then
sadness, making fun of me.
Oh yeah, motivators. We're talking about like motivators. So I was just trying to like show you some of the biggest motivators and emotions that can allow you to push really hard in life. So we're talking about, you don't have to like talk about like the stuff you don't want to on YouTube, but we're talking about like some people that, said mean things to you and people that doubted you. Are you okay talking about that stuff? Like,
yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, we were talking
Luckily,
about
none of my friends know that I'm collabing with you, so.
Strong. So, okay. If somebody doubts you, right? That makes you feel what?
Sad, mad.
Okay, fair.
You want to get back at them?
Fair. Okay. So let's say that you were going to get back at them. What is a way that you could get back at somebody?
By proving them wrong.
Okay. How would you prove somebody wrong?
It depends on what they did about me. If they said I couldn't do a math problem, I'm going to get back at them. I'm going to beat them in their math problem.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that, so I didn't have to correct you with a bunch of different questions. So, okay. So if somebody doubts you on being able to beat them at math, you're saying that you would just beat them at math?
Yeah.
Okay. how would you feel if you beat somebody at math who doubted you versus you just did really good at math? What feels better? Just doing really good or beating somebody that doubted you?
Doing really good.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. What feels better? Is it, let's say I have, because we're using this example, math, okay? Well, let's say you have a math problem and you do really good and you study, and that's great. And there's no wrong answer, by the way.
Right.
Or if somebody doubted you and then you study very hard and then you beat them at math, what do you feel is going to feel better for you?
Studying and then doing math.
Because somebody doubted you.
Right.
Do you know why that is?
Not really.
It's fair. You probably wouldn't, know the answer. It's one of those leading questions. So it's because it's energy and it's a motivator, and it's one type of motivator that you can use. Many people are motivated by different things. Some people are motivated by proving others wrong. Some people are motivated by legacy. Some people are motivated by, I don't know. So some people are motivated by, promotion, just doing really good, being the best at something, mastery, right? But having enemies is a huge motivator. Even if it's not an actual person, an enemy that gives you motivation can be yourself. It could be your enemy is your limited thinking. Do you know what limited thinking is?
Basically like an endless imagination.
Yeah. You just don't think big. Maybe you don't think self-limiting beliefs. Maybe you don't think that you could do a whole lot. That could be an enemy you're attacking. Right? That gives you energy. Maybe it could be you're attacking consistency and discipline. Because you feel like you're not. That could also be classified in confidence. Like if you, let's say, are trying to attack discipline and be more disciplined, you make discipline your enemy. Because you're like, oh God, I'm so disciplined. It's like a muscle in your head. Work on it.
Cybertruck.
That is a Cybertruck. Wow. If you work on discipline or consistency, that's something that you can really hone in. So let's get back on. So let me loop back. So you got $1 billion. The first thing you do with it is what is one of the, and there's no bad answer. It could be selfless or selfish, but just what would you do if you had $1 billion?
Donate to charity.
Okay, but we'll go through the processes again. So what charity?
I mean, there's a lot of charities. Honestly, I would give $1 million to random 50 charities. Hey,
Yeah.
What charity do you like?
Okay.
Just walk up to you. Hey, what charity do you like? Donate $1 million to that charity.
So okay.
And then
If there's
49 other people.
understood. So then if there's not a specific charity you want to give, you just want to give money, you just want to throw it back in the universe. Why?
Because it's always to give back to the world. I mean, the world's done a lot of things for you, so
Yeah.
why not you just do one small thing for it?
Okay. I mean, I actually like that. That's interesting. See, look at that. You're teaching me a little something here and there. All right, hold up. Don't die. So, okay. Cool. So let's say, give me 1 second. I'm gonna push the button. All right, there we go. Cool. So, okay. I like your perspective. That's a good one. Let me give you some dab for that. It's pretty cool. Boom! Some elbow. Okay.
I got coffee in my hand and I'm walking my scooter with the other one, so.
I almost choked my coffee. I thought it was a goldfish. I just breathed it in like water.
Don't do that.
So okay. So you give to charity. How would that make you feel?
Good, proud.
Okay. Good. Proud. What else?
Feeling like I gave back. Like
Okay.
Like I hope somebody
Okay.
that needed it more than I did.
And if you, okay, understood. And if you were to help somebody else that needed it more than you did, what does that mean to you?
It just makes me feel happy inside. It makes
Okay.
me feel like I actually did something
Okay.
for other people.
And why is happiness, which one is more important, happiness or helping another person?
It's a tough one. They're both good.
Okay.
They're both really good.
Okay. Let me stop and rephrase it. How about let's say it's the same thing. Why isn't feeling happy important to you?
Why is it important that I feel it?
Yes, yeah.
So I don't, so I can overcome depression.
Okay.
Like, so I can be happy, be proud that I'm the person that I want to
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that.
When I'm older, I want to look back at these YouTube videos. Hey, that was me when I was young.
Yeah. Okay. So happiness, you're saying, is the antithesis to depression, which means like the opposite. Okay. Maybe. All right. Maybe there's. So what you're telling me is that you want to give to charity because it would make you feel happy because you don't want to feel depressed. Am I hearing you right on that?
Right.
Okay. Because happiness is the antithesis of depression. What if I told you that there's other ways to feel happy and there's other words for happiness like fulfilled, purposeful, passionate, or taking a left. Okay. And that happened through being, let's say, disciplined or doing something you're passionate about. What's something you're passionate about?
Being the person I want to be.
Okay, define that.
Define the person that I want to be.
Yeah.
Define
When you say,
being the person that I want to be.
yeah, so I asked you, what are you passionate about? And you said being the person you want to be. So what is that? What does that person do? What do they look like? What do they wear? What do they drive? What is that person? Let's start with their occupation. What is that person?
That person is the most amazing person in the world.
Okay.
They help other people. They
Okay.
give back to the world.
So it's good. It's like you value giving back. It's very clear. So what is that person though? Like what does that person do? Like what is something that person will be passionate about? Besides for giving to other people, what are they passionate about? What are you passionate about?
Video games.
Okay, it's fair. Right. And it's understandable that you probably don't know your passion, yeah, because you haven't been exposed to a lot.
I mean, I'm only 10 years.
Yeah. Well, what's something that when you get older too, you're gonna look back at your childhood and be like, man, what was I passionate about when I was a kid? What really excites you and creates a lot of drive? I don't want to give any examples yet. I have a few at the top of my head, but what's something that really makes you feel like, oh God, I just want to take over the world with this? And I'll let you answer before I give a few examples.
This is a question. Can I say video games?
I mean,
Am I allowed to?
yeah, you're allowed to do anything you want. It's an open forum. But something else. Let's go with something else for now.
Having supporters.
Okay, supporters. Okay. How about let me give you a few examples. You ever play any sports?
Yeah.
Okay.
Play football, soccer.
Football, soccer, and what was it?
Basketball.
Basketball? Okay. Which one do you like the most?
Basketball.
Basketball? Okay.
More playing the NBA.
Okay.
Ever.
That's new. Okay.
It's been a dream since I was 7.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard you use the D word. Dream. There you go. Okay, cool. So, how do you feel when you play basketball? How do you feel when you win?
Excited. Happy that I have that motivation.
Okay, gotcha. Would you say that you want to go in the NBA is a passion or a dream?
Both.
Okay.
What is that?
Wow, what is that? What do you got? Is that a balloon? Boop. Yeah? That's freaking awesome. That's super cool.
Valentine's Day, dude.
I totally forgot. I don't even know. That is not a cow. I don't know what that is. Looks like a bag of candy.
The front of
What's that? I don't understand anything you're saying. Was that the Stitch? You got a little Stitch? Nice. That's very nice. That's pretty cool. Look at that. You got glasses. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Who gave you the glasses? That's so cool. This kid forgot something at school, so we gotta go grab it. So that's what we're doing, a little adventure. What are you doing now? Looks pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that. You got little drawings and stuff. You rock. They didn't even spell rock right. They don't teach English here, okay? That's yours? Yeah, I can tell. It's the lamest. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, looks pretty cool. All right. You got your stuff?
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Put it
All
in
right.
the backpack, making you carry the cheeseburgers.
Yeah, you got some cheeseburgers. So,
Wait,
okay.
I don't know why I need 3 cheeseburgers.
I don't know why you grabbed some cheeseburgers.
I didn't know. They gave them to me. They're all like, hey, want a cheeseburger? All right, take the rest of them, basically.
All right, so what were we talking about? We're talking about basketball and passion. So, okay. So, we were talking about you had $1 billion, you give some to charity.
We already
The
went
reason you
through
do
the
it,
$1 billion.
the reason you do it is because you want to
Later,
get,
Carson.
it's because you want to be happy.
Right.
Let's say that you were to attack basketball, for example,
Right.
or math, because that's something else you're passionate about, with huge ferocity. Do you know what ferocity is?
No.
Like very hard. You're doing it very hard. Like you're giving it your whole heart and everything. Do you think that's another way you can achieve happiness? You okay?
Yeah.
Do you think that's another way you could get happiness, is if you just attack your passion with all of your, what is going on, bro? Are you got allergies?
Coffee.
Oh God.
Coffee.
All right, so if you attack that with all your the passion, with all of your energy, whenever you're done choking over there. Yeah, you're not a goldfish, bro. You can't breathe in the coffee. You know, and if I probably actually gave coffee to a goldfish, you'd probably die. So look, if you attacked it with all your passion, you think that would be another way you can get happiness?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, Trey, you carry the coffee.
I don't have any more hands.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right, done
So
with the coffee.
so you don't have $1 billion right now to give to charity, right? You could hypothetically, volunteer to soup kitchen or something. That'd feel good. And there's nothing stopping you from doing that, by the way.
I know.
Right. But have you remember we were talking about, like, the only way that you can, I'm not gonna remember the exact saying, but if you don't fill up your cup first, you have nothing else to give. Remember that? So let me ask you something. Who would you be more inspired by? Would you be more inspired? Because a lot of people, they love to give back, but they don't like to give to themselves first. Would you be more inspired that someone that achieved whatever massive success is to you, chase their passions, hit their goals over and over again, right? Or would you be inspired more by somebody that just has money?
The first one.
Gosh, man, you're intelligent. I knew it. They're teaching you good at that school, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right? So you basically, you'd be more motivated by someone that would be successful. So let me ask you something. If somebody has to do that, and somebody has to be that leader, do you know what a leader is?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go more back into that later. We'll talk about leadership. If somebody has to do it, why would it not be you?
I mean, there's nothing stopping that. So.
There's nothing stopping that, right? So, let's say that you, here, get on the side. Let's say you spent a couple years really working on yourself, okay? And you dove into whatever your passion is. And then from there, now you have a bunch of energy and you have material resources like money to give others. What would make most sense? If you work on yourself and get a bunch of money, or if you give something of yourself that you don't have yet? What would make the most sense?
The first one.
The first one. What was the first one again? In your own words?
Rather make the money so rather
Yeah. And it's not just about money. It's not about money. Money is like a scoreboard. You know,
money is the scoreboard.
it's like a scoreboard of how well you're doing. Oh, great, I'm doing great. It's the pursuit of something that gives you permission to create your best self. Does that make sense? Okay. We'll dive more into that in a second. So let me ask you something. If you have a goal, at this point we're just kind of going through random subjects. So if you have a goal, whatever your goal is, okay, what do you feel would give you more motivation? Do you think it would be having a goal, even if that goal isn't permanent, right? Even if that goal is going to be temporary, right?
Right, we're good.
What's one of your goals?
NBA.
Playing the NBA. Okay. Let's say that playing in the NBA was one of your goals. Okay. And let's say that you fight really hard for it. What's going to give you more motivation? Is it going to be having a goal, pushing for it, even if you don't make it? Or is it going to be just pushing without the goal?
Pushing for the goal?
Because you have it predefined. You know what predefined means?
No.
Like you had it created before you did the thing.
You know
So you
what?
created the goal prior to doing
I'm
it.
not gonna eat these cheeseburgers.
You're gonna throw all of them out?
Yeah.
Whoa. Bring them back.
You want one?
Well, you know,
You wanna go?
I mean, I don't think there's any homeless people where we're at, dog. Like, it's pretty kind of a richer neighborhood. You know, Scottsdale is.
mine
We're not
away.
gonna find burgers to give to homeless people. Why don't you just give it to your mom or something? Yeah, we in the mean streets of Scottsdale, my man. Hey, like. So all right, so you have a goal. You're pushing into it, right? Meaning I'm trying to like use, me talking to you is training me to use simpler words too. So it's good for me. So, because it also helps me getting better at asking questions. Right? So it's a scratch my back, scratch your thing, or what is it? Quid pro whatever. So okay, you are going to push really hard into basketball, and now you have a goal. You have a goal of joining the NBA. Versus if you just play basketball. You're gonna play better because you have the goal, right? Versus somebody that just plays basketball. Okay. Can you explain to me why that is? Why do you feel like having an actual goal is gonna be better for you and give you more energy and more focus than just doing the thing? Why is that gonna put you in a better position?
Because it gives more motivation.
Okay.
It helps you learn better. Like if you don't play basketball that much and you learn, like defense does this, offense does that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with other things. You just gotta push yourself to learn.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, let's what is the word I'm thinking of? Dive into that. So you said you need to learn. Why do you need to learn? Why is that
So
important?
you know what you're doing.
Okay. And let's say that you know what you're doing. What does that allow you to do?
Get better at
Okay. Why would you care about getting better at something?
it. Because it's one of your goals. You want to achieve it. You want
Got it.
to push.
So what you're telling me is that if you have your goals defined and you learn about something, you don't only know what to learn about because you have your goals created.
Right?
Okay. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been really curious about something and then you just research it for like a day just because you're so curious?
Yeah.
And the curiosity in and of itself is the motivation?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So that's another force. Extreme curiosity, right? Now let's say, have you ever felt really, really focused?
Yeah.
Like, damn, like nothing could distract me.
I was focused today. I was taking a test today.
Yeah, hold up. Okay. Have you ever had some big goal that you've really pushed for yet?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about a time that you had a goal that you pushed really hard for that you had? What's an example of that goal?
say you're taking the test on
I'm not-
Friday, and today's
No, we're not. We're using a specific example. So what's a specific time that you had a goal? You understand what I'm asking you? And then you really like push for it.
back to what I was saying.
All right, go for it. Anyway,
What's the goal?
just ignore all that stuff that you were saying, Mr. Grand Inquisitor. Go for it.
So it was Thursday night.
Okay.
There was this huge test that I was taking tomorrow, which was Friday.
Yeah.
That Friday, I studied all my notes right before school started, so I could not fail that test.
Wait, get up your scooter. Just walk side by side, because I can't hear you.
Okay.
So you were doing what again?
I was studying before school, and I was really motivated to get that test. Because that test was one of the most important things in the world to me at that moment. When the teacher was talking and I had my test, all I did was breeze through the test. And guess what? I got 100 on that test.
Let's go. Checking time. Okay, so how did you feel when you were studying? Did it feel like effortful, or did it feel kind of effortless because you had that goal? Did it feel like easier?
Effortful, yeah.
But what I mean is like it felt easier because
Yeah.
did it? I don't want to
Yeah,
put
it
words in your
did,
mouth.
it did.
It felt easier because you had a goal, because you really wanted to pass that test because it meant something to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine that. Thanks, son. What do you got? A selection shooter? So imagine that you had a goal and you defined it, right? And then you also combine being super curious with. Do I have your full attention?
Oh, that's.
Do I have your attention?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine you had a goal combined with being curious and you were very focused,
Right.
okay? And then you push for a goal and then you get it.
Right.
Does that sound like something that you'd want to happen again?
Yes.
Okay. When you achieved that goal in the past, you felt fulfilled? Mm-hmm. Let's say that you did that for something that made money, and you took that money and you put it into charity. Does that sound like something, like a path that would make more sense for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Why would that make more sense? Or are you just agreeing with me?
I don't know.
Right. Why? So, like, let's say, because let me ask you something. How much money do you have right now? Look at him. Let me shake him down. Shake him down. So I got $5.
I got $0.
I got $0, right? So you don't
$0.
have anything to give to charity.
Not right now.
Okay. So let me ask you something. Are you it's like, what do you believe in? Are you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do too. So let's say that you're going to build a church. Okay. Everybody that God uses is very important. Okay. The guy that swings the hammer is just important as the guy that does the blueprint, as important as the guy that does, funds the money. But let me ask you something. Even though they're all very important, who played a bigger role in your opinion? Would it be the guy that swings the hammer, or is it going to be the guy that raised the funds? You know what funds is? Like money. The guy that got the money together, and he got 100 of those guys to swing a hammer. And he also got the guy to draw the blueprint. Who's the more important guy?
The guy that drew the blueprint.
Yeah, got you the blueprint, but I didn't really give him a title, so it's fair that you said that. Let's call the guy the orchestrator. Is it the guy that orchestrated all of it? They got the money together and got all the people, or is it just the one guy that swung a hammer?
The orchestrator.
Right, man. So you understand that guy is a leader. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and it's up to you, man, given the choice between being a leader, someone that actually has that very big purpose and that big passion that requires more energy from you, and bringing all that money, and just being the guy that swings the hammer, who would you rather be?
That's tough. don't know.
Okay. Fair. I appreciate you thinking about it, by the way, versus just spitting out an answer. That lets me know that I'm not just talking at you. So,
You're talking to me, not at me.
I appreciate that. So,
Oh, hold on.
let's,
There's a smiley face in the road.
a smiley face?
Yeah. Dot, smile.
I mean, like a little bit, I guess so. So, let me rephrase the question, and then I'll ask you deeper questions. So, to rephrase the question, do you think that, considering the fact that passion is important to you, having big goals is important to you, from what you've told me, right? Do you feel like you would have a more fulfilled life if you were to just be the guy to just swing a hammer at someone else's command? And there's nothing wrong with that guy, by the way. It's a very, very important individual in society. Or would you feel like you have a better, more fulfilled, more passionate life if you were the guy that's orchestrating it all?
The one where I was the guy orchestrating.
A leader. Okay. Can you tell me, like, in your words, why do you feel that being the leader that's orchestrating events and telling other people your vision, why would that be more important to you than just being the guy doing the work? Yeah.
Because without you, the whole thing would just collapse.
Okay.
If the guy with swinging the hammer knew nothing about the build, but he was told, hey, put a nail in this and then hang it up. Like, he doesn't know where to put that nail.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where that vision is. That's why you have to explain. The orchestrator has to give more details.
Correct.
I love how this is turning into a talk. It came from a talk turning into an argument. Not like an argument, but like, stating a point argument.
You feel like it's an argument?
Kind of. I mean, like, not you and me are arguing, but like stating a point argument.
Like I have a point that I'm trying to get to, and that's why I'm asking the questions?
Like, yeah, this is my argument. I have this opinion.
It's fair. I mean, it's kind of like most of our talks. It's more like, that's me kind of like mentoring. I'm kind of like coaching a little bit. So that's kind of that's the reason why I'm asking you these questions. Understand? I'm not asking because I'm curious. I'm asking because I'm trying to have you come to your own conclusions on what you want based on your own words, right? Because you're gonna look back and be like, oh man, he really like gave me, because like we just talked about your goal and your passion. You're gonna look back and be like, oh man, that he allowed me to recognize a time in my life where I felt passionate about something, so you could use that in your future, right? So okay, I appreciate the communication. Let's circle back. So you said that the guy is important, the orchestrator is important, okay, but that still doesn't answer our question on why you want to do that specifically. What do you feel that you would get out of it that would make you want to do that? What are some things you would feel? I'm not just going to give you a cut and dry like question here. I'll give you a little more detail. Like, what do you think you would feel? What do you think your life would be like? How do you think others would view you? Like, just give me a little bit of meat behind that. Why do you think that's? Why do you think that would be important to you versus others? Not just what his role is, but what do you think are some of the things you feel? Would you feel passionate? Would you feel great?
Passionate. I would feel great. I'm not trying to take your word, like steal your word.
You're good. You take a second to think about it.
I'm like, it's just like, I have to say my idea.
Yeah.
You said it. It didn't come to mind when I was thinking. You said it. It just came to mind. Like, yeah, that's the word.
Okay. So you're the orchestrator. So you're the leader. You're the guy helping other people out. Just walk. Just like, there's no wrong answer. It's like go on a ramble. Like a ramble, like a tangent. What do you feel like would be important about that? What do you feel like your life would be, good because that's you? Why do you feel that?
It's just good. I can't explain it. It's just.
Well, sure, yeah. You just don't know the words because you haven't done the exercise before. But like, just think of it. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind. Nothing's wrong. So if you're the leader, right? If you're a leader, why do you think that would be, good? What are some of the good things you think you feel?
Happy.
Okay, happy. Sure, right.
Passionate about motivating people.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think your life will be like?
A lot different than this. That's what I can say.
Okay. Different how?
I can't really tell.
Fair. Do you ever like take time to just really like imagine, just kind of sit and like dream and think about like, what are your goals? Like, you ever think about that? Like, man, what if I was like an astronaut or anything like that?
I've done that
No.
a few times.
Okay. You ever get like really specific with it?
Mm-mm.
I feel like I'm wearing you down a tiny bit, but it's all right. We can talk about this more later. We'll have another talk more. We'll talk about. I'll come up with some better questions, and we'll talk more about like leadership. Okay. Because you're definitely draining a little bit on me. It's okay though.
Tired.
It's not your fault. Yeah. Let's do that. You got a little bit of material. We put this on the interwebs, and then make another video with better questions on leadership. How about that?
You posting this on YouTube?
Yeah, why not? I don't care.
I
Walking
mean,
through
hey,
my
it's a
thought
parting
process.
gift.
Yeah, exactly, dude. This kid's moving. He's moving. Yeah. It's alright, dude. Won't be the last time. We'll talk again.
Yeah.